Hey everyone, it's Joanna Loop, author of the My First Catholic book series. I really wanted to hop on here last night because you guys all made yesterday such a special day. Everyone who reached out to me saying that they've already received their books and they're so excited to share them with their children or grandchildren, or that they're excited to purchase these books for Easter or baptism. Anybody who shared this on social media, and anybody who said that they're going to leave an Amazon Prime review, you guys are incredible. I've also got some interest in having me on some podcasts and radio shows, so I'll give you some more information about that as it comes. First, I need to thank John Edwards, though, for going out on a limb for me. I would not have gotten the traction that I've gotten with this book project without you. On the very first day, you shared my post not once but twice, so thank God we're not part of some kind of Catholic mafia, because if I owed you an arm or a leg or what, I don't know, but I do not come to collect. And also to the uncatechized Catholic, thank you so much for offering to review my books. It means the world to me that somebody of your caliber is going to be sharing these books with your children, because that means that we're going to get an honest review from a real Catholic about what it means. These books are my mission, and it's to share the Catholic faith with our littlest ones. We need to plant the seed in our domestic church so that our youngest ones know that when we are at home, this is our church. Our Father is the priest of our household. And then when we bring the spirit and symbols that we learn at home to the Mass, we feel at home too. I want my children to feel home at any church that we go to. I want them to know the Eucharist. I want them to know the Chasuble. I want them to know the spirit and symbols of everything there so that they feel comfortable and loved. And that's so important to me, because ultimately, whether or not we have a long or whatever life we have, it's hopefully going to be long for all of us and beautiful. At the end of the day, the goal is heaven, and it's to be united with Christ. So yeah, this is a deep message for me to share with all of you. But it's an important one. And yeah, we all got to get on board, because that's what Christ wants for all of us. And I also want to thank my friend Cameron Wells, who's invited me onto his radio show, which is a disabilities radio show. I'm going to be talking about the accessibility of my book, My First Catholic, Marian Apparitions, which I wrote for ages 4 to 9, which is a relatively large age gap for readers. But the reason is I wanted to make sure that it was inclusive of all readers of all educational status and background. I didn't want to have anyone feel held back from reading this book, because the stories of Mary and her apparitions are absolutely life-changing. She brings healing, she brings love, and she brings us ultimately closer to her Son, Jesus Christ, and to God. The reason I wrote this book was because of my experiences with Our Lady of the Cape, who came to us actually last year to my local parish in Tecumseh on her way back from that enormous Eucharistic Congress. So she was on a Eucharistic pilgrimage, and she had this ark filled, just absolutely bursting with consecrations from all these loving people. And at that time, myself and my family members, even my son, who's 2, consecrated himself to Mary too. So we have really strong devotion here. I also brought home, during that beautiful day, I was able to bring home a statue of Mary for about 2 weeks. So we were praying with her every night, and we also, as a family, watched Bridge of Roses, which is through if you haven't seen Bridge of Roses already, that was produced through the Marian devotional movement. So I highly recommend, it's posted on Vimeo. I believe you can also access it through YouTube. But yeah, please go watch that documentary now about Our Lady, Queen of Canada. It's a story of the ice bridge in Quebec on the St. Lawrence River. It's incredible what happened there to all those people, and I think we need to share these stories more, because miracles, they're absolutely life-changing, but also they're hard to grasp. We need to share the stories with our youngest ones so that as they grow older, they start to recognize things like signal graces. What does it mean when Mary is communicating me? How can I hear God's voice through my prayer? So obviously I could go on about this for a long time, but I appreciate all of you guys listening to me now. I've got to get to work. Thank you so much to everybody who supported my mission all along the way, and please stay on, because I feel a lot more exciting things are going to be happening. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.